Hi friends, it's been a while since I made a video about baking something, so I still have a whole bunch of my berries left here. I got a lot more in the refrigerator, and then I made all this jelly back here, so that'll last a while. And then I froze some of the berries. So now I'm going to make something different that I've never made before. It's called Blackberry Crisp. So I have this recipe here, and by the looks of things, I found all the ingredients I'm going to need. It's like, holy cow, this is a lot of stuff just to make one little pan of something, and I've never made this before, so I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I figure if it's too thin, I have this container of spackling compound, and normally it's used for fixing holes in the wall, but I figure, heck, I could probably use that for like frosting or something on there, right? The berries, you know, mix right in real good. So what I have to do first is grease this pan. So I have to go out in the garage and get some wheel bearing grease, and then after that I dump 2 cups of berries in the pan. Yeah, I've got to get my glasses to read all this stuff here because this looks pretty complicated. And I've got to mix up cinnamon and cornstarch and flour and sugar and oatmeal. I got to go get some oatmeal out of the cabinet. And then I've got to mix all that up. I don't know. Well, I'm going to get busy here. I'll be back in a little bit to show you how it's going. I'm making progress here. I went out in the garage to find some grease, and I didn't have any of that white lithium grease, so I thought, well, I'll grease the pan with butter instead. It probably tastes better. So I've got some berries in here now. As you can see, I've got some red raspberries mixed in with my black ones, so it should be pretty good. It said to put 2 cups in, but I've got so many berries I've got to use up. I put a little extra in here, so I hope it doesn't make a problem, because I like blackberries. So now my next step is I've got to mix together some cinnamon and some sugar and some flour, and cornstarch and spackling compound. I'm not sure I'm going to put that in there. Then I got lemon juice I've got to put in there too. And I got to mix that up and dump it in there. And then I think I have to put oatmeal and flour, maybe the sugar and brown sugar together. I'm not even sure. I've never made this before. And then somehow you take this butter with this goofy thing here. I'm not sure. You know, and then you smash it all up with the, and make crumbles, and then you put that on top of it, and then you bake it. So this should be interesting. I'll probably make a big mess. There's more stuff here than you could ever need for stay. It's really something. Well, anyway, I'm going to get back to work here, and then I'll be back in a few minutes when I mix everything up. Well, this is coming along pretty good here. I got the lemon juice, my cornstarch, and the sugar, and then I put in whatever it says there in the recipe. It might be a little bit tart because I squeezed the lemon juice bottle here, and a little bit more came out than what was supposed to, so maybe it'll make me pucker up then. So then I have to dump this over the top of the berries. And let me see what that'll taste this spoon. Nah, that's not too sour at all. I like lemon juice. So then I have to, I guess, just pour this over this carefully. This is like a rocket science project, isn't it? This stuff better be good for all this work. This is a lot more work than making bear treats. Okay, now I get that out, good to the last drop. Maybe I'll lick the bowl out, eh? It's actually pretty good with the lemon juice and the sugar. Cornstarch will probably stiffen me up a little bit though. Okay, now I have to do the next step, which is mixing up oatmeal, flour, and brown sugar. So I'm going to pause again so I can do that. I'm making really good progress here. I've got my brown sugar, and my regular sugar, and my flour, and my oats, and some cinnamon, all mixed up in this bowl. That smells really good. I could just put a little bit of water in here and heat this up like oatmeal in the microwave. Actually, I like brown sugar But now I'm all sticky because I took a spoon of it and it went down the front of my shirt and everything. So, oh well, that's part of cooking, right? I got to sample some of the stuff. Okay, so now, something else that was funny. I was looking all over for one of my 1/4 cup measuring cups. So I just used 2 1/8 cups here, and that makes a 1/4 cup, right? Basic old math, and it's a good thing I took math in school, hey? Well, anyway, when I went to the sugar, gee, there's my cup, my 1/4 cup hiding in there. Oops. Told you I was all sticky. Okay, now I have to do what they call cut the butter in. I think that's where I use this thing. And I got to throw some butter in here, and I'm going to mash that all up and see what happens to make crumbles. So hang on while I do that. Holy cow, I'll tell you, this cutting in the butter thing here is, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Making a big mess of anything else. So I wasn't sure what to cut the butter with, so I went and got this scissors, and well, that probably wasn't the best idea. So I had to get a big enough knife here so I could actually cut the butter, right? Well, I'm just being silly. I don't know how much butter to put in. So I'm going to keep mashing on this thing, trying to make what they call crumbles out of all this stuff here. And then we'll see what happens. So hang on. I've been mashing away here for what seems like an eternity, mixing the butter up. Now I think I've got some good crumbles here, but boy, that's quite a workout for your arm. Now I know why when my mom used to give us boys a smack, why she was so strong. All that baking she used to do. I'm just kidding. No, she was real nice. Anyway, I didn't know how much butter to put in, so I did a little bit of research, and it's like called reading the directions. It says 1/4 cup on here. Well, yeah, of cold butter. And so I'm like, okay, and then I'm looking at this. Now you probably can't read this, but basically half of this butter stick would be 1/4 cup. So I got like not quite half a stick left here, so I put a little bit too much butter in here. So it's going to be nice and buttery. Hope my heart doctor don't watch this video. Anyway, it should still be good. I no way of getting the extra butter out of there, so we're going to go ahead and bake it. And I got extra berries in there to absorb it, and we're going to see what happens. So right now, I'm going to sprinkle this mixture on top of my berries here. I've got the oven preheating up to 375, excuse me. And all this dust from the flour flying all over the place, you know. Okay, well, I'm going to pause again, so hang on. I sure got a big mess going here. Wow, I got enough stuff out here I could rebuild a car engine or something. Well, anyway, I got all the crumbles out of this bowl and sprinkled them on top of the berries like I'm supposed to do. And I just added a few marshmallows just for the heck of it. They're probably going to just melt and disappear anyway. That's what happened when I did them on the brownies that I made. They just had little bubbles there, but the marshmallows were gone. So, seeing as the crumbles worked out so well, I'm not going to use this spackling compound, even though I got a brand new little putty knife. I was going to spread it on here. But we'll hold off on that part of the recipe, because I don't see that on here anywhere. So yeah, I better move my butter off the stove before it gets hot. I've got the stove warming up here, and I'm going to slide the pan in there, and it's set for 375 degrees, and I don't know how long here, probably about 6 hours. No, no, it says until bubbly, about 25 minutes. So I'll set my timer for 20 minutes. And by then I should get this mess all cleaned up, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Unless it's all burned up, well then I won't. I'll just say we're turned out great. Okay, we'll be back in a while. It's been cooking about 20 minutes now, and I actually have the mess all cleaned up. Well, actually, if I was smart, see, I would have just took a video before I made the mess and then put that clip in now, but I actually did clean it all up that fast. I'm as busy as a bee here. Or is it a beaver? I don't know. Well, let's see what's going on in here. Ooh, it's bubbling. I'm going to let it cook a little longer yet. See what happens here. Probably another 5 minutes, and then we'll be back to check it out. It's been in the oven now for 25 minutes, so I brought it out. It's still bubbling away here. I don't know how crunchy it's going to be. I think I put too much butter and too many berries in it. But I'll tell you what, if I want to put this in the refrigerator and cool it down, it's going to be really good. Well, even if I have to eat it with a spoon. So maybe I'll call it my soup or something, I don't know. But anyway, I used up more berries and something fun to do with it. So got plenty of jelly. I think I showed you this already. And then I froze, I think, I don't know, maybe 10 containers in the freezer of berries. And I still have some more left in the refrigerator. The plants are pretty well done now. So I'll be able to have some to last quite a while now. Well, thanks for having a little fun watching my video with me, and I hope everybody's doing good. And we'll catch you later. Oh boy, are these things good. It's not even all the way cooled down yet, and they come out real nice. So I'll be able to cut them up in little pieces. But if I don't eat the whole thing first. Alrighty, catch you later.